Yeah. Now, can you listen to me? Hope it's fine. Somebody, can you listen to me? Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So after studying the classification of signals, now we are into the basic operations that can be performed on signals. Okay, basic operations that can be performed on signals. So what can be done, by the way? What sort of operations can be performed on signals? So here they say we can do amplitude scaling. What is this amplitude scaling? Say there is some x of t. Say they have some y of t. If at all you multiply this x of t with some constant, it is amplitude scaling. Okay. Then signals can be added, it seems. Okay, fine, we agree. Signals can be added. We added signals. Remember, when we are trying to find the even and odd components. Remember, when we were trying to find the even and odd components, what did we do? We added, right, x of t plus x of minus t. And we have also scaled. Remember, after adding x of t and x of minus t, then what did we do? We divided them, their amplitudes by 2, right? That was amplitude scaling. Okay, any other example, by the way, for amplitude scaling that is coming to your mind? Amplitude scaling. What does an amplifier do? What does an amplifier do? Suppose if at all I say there is an inverting amplifier. Okay, say there is an inverting op amp amplifier with a gain of minus 10. Okay, say there is an inverting amplifier, op amp amplifier with a gain of minus 10. That operation can be represented by, how do you represent it? Inverting amplifier with gain of minus 10. I would say give a sinusoid, then its output is going to be minus 10 into x of t, isn't it? Agree, students? Do you agree? So amplifier, inverting amplifiers, non-inverting amplifiers, they are examples of those operations which involve amplitude scaling. Okay, are we cool? Somebody tell yes or no.
Sir.
Somebody.
Yes,
So
sir.
that was
Yes, sir.
amplitude scaling. An RC coupled amplifier is a nice example of, sorry, a normal inverting op amp amplifier is an example of amplitude scaling. Then see, the importance of amplitude scaling is, see your x of t, y of t is some constant multiplied by x of t. At inside this bracket, the t is unharmed. When you use a 100 hertz signal, you give as input 1 volt peak to peak. If the gain of amplifier is 2, at output you will get 2 volt peak to peak. What happens to the frequency, by the way? Will there be any change in the frequency for amplifier? Will the frequency change for amplifier? Input
No.
frequency and output frequency, do they change the frequencies? Do they change?
No.
Do the frequencies change? No. Okay, only the amplitudes either increase or decrease. Okay, amplitudes change, the frequency remains unharmed. Okay, frequency remains unharmed. So we are studying basic operations on signals. Especially we are currently studying operation performed on dependent variable. Let me just ask you, if at all I say y of t is equal to say t into x of t, into x of t. Now here you can see this variable t. Can you control time, by the way? You can, but you can see here this particular variable we are performing, this x here we say is the dependent variable, whereas this t is a independent variable. Okay, got this particular thing? Whenever I write some x and in the bracket I write a t, this means my variable x is varying with respect to t. So this x becomes the dependent variable, whereas t is the independent variable. So we are under the topic basic operations that can be performed on signals, and especially currently we will be studying the operation performed on dependent variable. That means on X. That is why I said you gave the input frequency. Frequency is a function of again time only. The output frequency is going to be same. Only thing is the amplitude, the dependent variable is going to be multiplied by either some constant C. C can be -10, C can be +2. Okay, fine. Okay, so that was the first operation, amplitude scaling. Second is signals can be added, signals can be subtracted. I hope I do not have to discuss this much, because while finding the even and odd components, we have done these things. We have added signals also, we have subtracted the signals also. We have done it in continuous time, and we have also done it in discrete time. Signals can be multiplied also, it seems. Signal can be multiplied. Signals can be multiplied. This will be studying in this communication subject, modulation, right? See here, author says an example of, quotes an example of modulation. What happens in modulation? In modulation, actually, high frequency carriers amplitude is multiplied by a low frequency message signal. Okay, so that is modulation. That is an example of a signal multiplication. Signals can be multiplied in continuous time. They can be multiplied in discrete time also. Then again, signals can be differentiated. Signals can be integrated also. Differentiated and integrated. Now see here, do we remember this expressions of inductors and capacitor, by the way? C 1 by C, a voltage across capacitor. Do we remember how it was given? Voltage across capacitor was usually given as 1 by C I of tau d tau. Remember this expression. Remember this expression. For inductors, 1 by C I of tau d tau. This was the expression that was used. That means if at all you give a current to a capacitor, the output that you are going to get, the voltage across capacitor, is going to be an integrated output. Similarly, in case of inductor, what is it? L di by dt. Remember, what does an inductor do? The voltage across inductor is given by L di by dt. So this is an example. The inductor is an example which usually differentiates the current that is given to it, whereas a capacitor is an example which integrates the voltage across the current across it to generate the output voltage. Okay, so these are the basic operations that can be performed on dependent variables. These are the operations that can be performed on dependent variables. Now shall we try one example? Shall we try? Are you getting these things, or somebody is getting confused here? Let us see. Let us see. Okay, say I happen to have, now suppose, let me get an x of t here. Let me have an x of t, something like this. Okay, say I have an x of t here, 0, say -2, and say this is +1, and I say if the amplitude is 1 volt, say this is my x of t. Okay, this is my x of t. Okay, and now say if at all I take a second signal, if at all a second signal which is 1, say something like this, 1. Okay, this is say y of t. Say this signal is y of t. Okay, I hope everybody has a pen and a paper with them. Okay, I want everybody to participate. Okay, okay, this is time. Okay, this is time. Now what is meant by what is that amplitude scaling? Now suppose I want some q of t. Say q of t equal to x of t into 2 into x of t, 2 into x of t. Will somebody tell me how this signal is going to look like? Will somebody describe to me how this signal is going to look like? See here, I am multiplying every amplitude by 2. Okay, remaining thing, see the time axis remains unaffected. The signal is still going to start at -2 and it is going to end at 1. Only thing is its amplitude is going to be doubled by 2. Will somebody tell me now what will be the value of this signal at 0? Will somebody tell me?
2.
Huh?
2.
Sir,
So
it is 2.
x, right? X simply gets multiplied by 2. The shape remains same. Only thing is it has doubled. Okay. So got this particular thing. So this here is an example of amplitude scaling. This is an example of amplitude scaling. If at all you multiply x of t by 0.5, then what's going to happen? I end up getting 0.5. X-axis you can see remains unchanged. The duration of the signal was so -2 to +1. The width was 3. Here also -2 to +1. Width remains same. Okay. Now shall we try adding these two? And this was an example of amplitude scaling. Okay, amplitude scaling. What is an amplitude? See, x is the amplitude, t is time. Okay, x is the dependent variable, t is the independent variable. Okay, now let us add these two. Signals can be added. I hope you are comfortable with this addition thing. Now will somebody tell me, if at all I add x of t and y of t, what do I get?
Sir, amplitude will be
What
2.
do I get? Somebody, is my volume
Amplitude.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes. Now somebody tell me. Let me ask somebody.
Sir,
Yes, Inas, will you tell me now,
sir,
from -2
Sir, at the
to
point-
0, the sum of the two signals, what am I going to get? See, for the first signal,
minus same.
from -2 to 0, there is
Same.
the triangle, right? A ramp. Oh, you know what
Yeah.
is a ramp?
Yes, sir.
Usually in hospitals, it will be the right
Yes.
government hospital you go. So those who cannot climb the steps, for them, for wheelchairs, there is ramp.
Handicap people.
Yes. So here you tell me x of t plus y of t, what do I get on the left side?
Sir, on the left side, the amplitude at the point 0, the amplitude is going to be at left side, it's going to be a triangle. Same.
At left side, it's going to be same. Very good. Now somebody, Aisha Umaima, can you tell me what's going to happen now on the right side? What's going to happen on the right side? At 0, from 0, say something like at 1, what's going to happen from 0? Say something like, let me take example of 0.25 in between 0.5 and 0.75, for example. What's going to happen? What do you think? See here, you have a brick. You have a brick and you place one more brick over it. So what's going to happen? Now the height is going to be double the size of the brick, right? So what's going to be the amplitude on the right side? Aisha Umama, are you there? Can you tell me what is the amplitude on the right side? Furkan, can you tell me what's going to happen to the amplitude on the right side? Somebody? Madhav?
Can
What's
I
going to
answer?
happen on the right side?
2.
Huh? It's
2.
going to be 2.
2.
Bricks on the right. One bricks kept one above the other. So there you have it. Its amplitude is going to be, see, this was 1. Here it is going to be 2. Okay. Are we cool? See there, we added the signals. What if I subtract? Can you tell me what if I subtract? How it is going to look like? What if I subtract x of t minus y of t? If at already
So
x
it's going
of
to
t
be
minus
0.
y of t, will somebody tell me what of signal, what sort of signal am I going to get?
So we are going to get only a triangle. We are going to get nothing other than a
Yes.
triangle.
So what's
From
going to happen?
-2
If at
to
all I
0, we are
subtract, if at all I subtract, this side remains intact. Okay.
intact.
This side remains intact because there is 0. This side entirely becomes 0. Okay. So signals can be subtracted. Okay. Signals can be subtracted. Cool. Okay. So now, can signals be differentiated and integrated? Can signals be differentiated and integrated? Let me take an example here. This is okay. Yeah, I think this is fine. So will somebody tell me, can signals be differentiated and integrated? Let me take a simple one. Okay, I will take a simple one. Say something like at -2 to 0. Let me have an amplitude 2. Can you tell me what is the slope of this thing? See, I have drawn a signal here, x of t. I have drawn a signal here, x of t. Okay. And see here, now I will take 1. Okay, 1. Okay.
-1 is the slope.
-2, 0, and say this is 2. Okay. Now, we will try to differentiate this. Okay, we will try to differentiate this. Now, can you tell me what is meant by differentiation? Differentiation is nothing but plotting the differences. Differentiation is nothing but plotting the differences. Okay, now let us see on the right side here. Now let us see on the right side here. Wait a second, wait a second. Let me, no, this is cool. Okay. Yeah. Now on the right side. Okay. So can you tell me what is this particular thing? Now, if at all I have to describe this thing in English, I would say from 0 to 2, is there any change in the amplitude? From 0 to 2, is there any change in the amplitude?
No.
No. So the amplitude is constant, right? What is the differentiation of a constant?
0.
0.
Differentiation of a constant is 0. Why do we say that? Because is this going to is it going to differentiate between 0 and 0.5, 0.5 to 1, 1.1 to 1.5, 1.5 to 2, 2 to 2.5? Is it changing the amplitude x of t? No, right? So
No, sir.
it's a constant. So it's not changing with respect to time. So I would say on the right side, the differentiation yields me only 0. So there I am trying to plot dx of t by dt. How does it change with respect to time? A stone of 1 kg in the grocery shop, is it going to change with respect to time? No. From 10 years back also it was 1 kg stone only. Now also it is 1 kg stone only. So the differentiation of such constant is 0. It's not going to change with respect to time. Whereas the price of rice when I was in 8th standard, it was 11 rupees per kilo. Now it is somewhat 45 rupees. That's going to change. Okay, so there is a difference. Okay, got this particular thing? Easier one I told. Now tell me what's going to happen here on the right side. Now tell me, is it a constant or does it change? On this particular segment here, tell me what's going to happen. How does it change, by the way? How does it change? You can see here at -2 it is 0, at 0 it is 2. Can you tell me what is the amplitude at -1? Will somebody guess and tell me what is the amplitude at -1? What does your common sense say? At -1, what is the amplitude?
1.
It is 1, right?
1.
So you can see for every change, for every 0.5, see -2 to -1, amplitude has changed by 1, right? So differentiation is t2, x of t2. Say if at all I take these two segments here between -2 to -1, how do I calculate this? X of t2 minus x of t1. X of t2 minus x of t1. Oh God, x of t1. Sorry. Divided by t2 minus t1. Divided by t2 minus t1. Okay, that is the meaning, right? That is the meaning. Look here, this looks like a ramp, right? This looks like a ramp. Okay, wait a second. Let me take a simple one. Okay, I'm confusing you here. Let me take one more signal. Okay, let me take one more. Okay, we will keep it simple for the time being. Okay, now let me take this particular signal. Okay, I have left that. I have taken this particular signal here. Okay, I've taken this particular signal. Okay, wait a second. Whiteboard. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. Wait. Straight line. I will operate on the right side only. Okay. Now see here. Huh? Okay. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. Huh? See. And let me take an amplitude of 2. Let me take an amplitude of 2. And here somewhere I will take this. Yes, I will amplitude 2, 0, 2, 4. Say this is 5. Now here, what do you think? Now for this particular segment, how do I represent this particular segment? Can you tell me now what is the differentiation of this segment here? Can you tell me what is the differentiation of this segment here? From 2 to 4, you tell me. Amplitude, is it changing? From 2 to 4, is the amplitude changing?
No, sir.
It's
No.
not changing, it's a constant, right? So when things don't change, that means the differentiation is 0. Okay, that's why they said in mathematics in first year, PUC, differentiation of a constant is 0. The thing is not changing at all. Now here, is the thing changing? It's changing, right? Now let me take an example. Say, now can you guess by the way, what is the amplitude at 1? Can you guess what is the amplitude at 1? At 0, it is 0. At 2, it is 2. So at 1,
1.
it's 1. Okay. At 0.5, what is the amplitude?
0.5.
1.5.
At 1.75, what is the amplitude? 1.75.
1.7.
So I would say this is equal to t, right? X of t equal to t. Okay. X of t equal to t. So for every change from 0 to 0.5, how much does the amplitude change? From 0 to 0.5, amplitude also changes to 0.5. From 0 to 1, amplitude changes by 1. From 0 to 2, amplitude changes by 2. So x of t, I will say is t. Now, since the amplitude changes by unit quantity, rate of change in the amplitude with respect to time is what? Differentiation of t. What is the differentiation of t? Differentiation of constant is 0. Differentiation of t is what?
T is 0.
Wait a second.
1.
1.
Then it's 1.
The differentiation of t is 1. Did you understand why? Did you understand why? See, the amplitude, you
Yes,
can
sir.
see the amplitude at 0 is 0. Okay, the amplitude is 0 is 0. The amplitude at 1 is 1. So 1 minus 0 divided by 1 minus 0. So how much is it? So this is going to be 1 only. Okay. Okay. So that is why they said. So how do I draw this particular thing? There. Okay. So the amplitude, see, this is the differentiation. Differentiation of t is 1. Differentiation of a constant is 0. Okay. Are we cool? Now, will you try this particular segment here? Will you try this particular segment here? What does your common sense say? Now you see here, this entire thing is decaying, right? At what rate does it decay? At what rate does it decay? You can see here, I would say by inspection, okay, not by representation, because we are not done come to that topic yet, but I would say this particular thing is like this, I would call it, because here for every change of 1 point, the amplitude is decaying by 1 point, right? From 4 to 5, amplitude is, here it was growing, here it is decaying. So for this particular signal, the differentiation yields me. So see here, this is the differentiation of this particular signal. Okay. Okay. Did you understand? Did you understand? Now let us talk about integration. Now let me ask you, see, this signal here was a differentiation of this first signal. If at all I integrate this particular signal, if at all I integrate this signal, am I going to get this signal only? Will somebody tell me?
No, sir.
Huh?
Because the integration of a constant is, we will get different values.
Yes, because here, even if it was a constant but amplitude was 8, or it was constant but amplitude of 21, still I would have got it as 0. Remember, that's why in PUC, whenever we were writing the expression for integration, we will write plus constant. Okay, this is the reason. Okay, because whenever there are constants, we never know. All constants have come to 0. Okay. So differentiation and integration, okay, not so invertible, because there is a factor of a constant that is coming. Okay. By the way, what is the conclusion of the story? Basic operations of signals. Signals can be scaled, signals can be added, signals can be subtracted, signals can be differentiated, signals can be integrated. Okay, cool. So did you understand that? Now let us talk about operating. See here, for the timing we operated only on the amplitudes. Okay, now let us try to operate on this particular thing, t. Okay, so under the topic, we will study this under the topic operations performed on independent variable. Operations performed on independent variable. Okay. Let us see what all things can be done here. Okay. Here. By the way, what is the strength of your class?
19.
19. So where are the other students? How many students were there in the first hour? How many students were there in the first hour?
So this is the first time.
This is the first hour. Okay.
Yes.
Yesterday, day for yesterday and all the previous days, how many students are attending, by the way? What is the strength?
So depending on the classes, sometimes there will be 14, sometimes there will be 12,
12.
like that.
Okay. This is not good. Okay. Okay. Everybody type a hi for attendance. Everybody quickly type a hi. So whenever I ask you to type a hi, if at all I get a delay, I understand that the student has kept the phone and it has gone for, bringing grocery or something. All those things finish in time. Okay. 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 Yeah. Yes. Now let us talk about the second thing. The operation performed on T. Okay. Independent variable. What will happen is in signal sense system, basically you get two independent variables. In the modules 1 and 2, your time is your independent variable. As and when you go to module 3, 4, and 5, it can be frequency. Okay. And Z. Those also become your independent variables. Okay. Let us study the independent variable. So what is the first operation that we can do? Time scaling, it seems. You can see here. Can you see the difference between this expression and the expression for amplitude scaling? The expression for amplitude.
Yes, sir.
How was it? Y of t equal to A into X of t. See, this was the expression for amplitude scaling. Okay. Whereas here you can see X is intact, whereas a t is getting manipulated. Okay. T is getting manipulated. Okay. So what's going to happen, by the way? See, this is X of t. If at all I write Y of t equal to X of 2t, Y of t, if at all I say is X of 2t, you can see what's going to happen. The signal is getting compressed. If at all I write Y of t equal to X of 1 by 2t, the signal is going to expand. Okay. Are we comfortable here? Let me take you to the whiteboard. Let me take you to the whiteboard. Okay. Now, see here, once again, say I have this thing. 0, 2, this is minus 2. Okay. Okay, this is X of t. If at all I say Y of t equal to X of 2t, Y of t equal to X of 2t, not 2 into X of t. Okay. X of 2t. Can you tell me what's going to happen? Can you tell me what's going to happen? Y of t equal to X of 2t. There is a catch here. Okay. What they said was, so can you tell me what is Y of 0? What will be Y of 0?
X of 0.
X of 0. Okay. Y of 0 is X of 0. Y of 1.
X of 1.
X of 2.
Y of 1 is X of 2.
2. X of 2.
Okay. Y of 2.
X of 4.
X of 4.
X of 4.
X of 4. Y of 0.5.
X of
X
1.
of 1.
Y of
One.
0.5 is X of 1. Are you understanding the point that I'm trying to make here? When I was a student, when they said Y of t equal to X of 2t, I thought that the signal is going to expand. Okay. I thought that the signal is going to expand, but that was not the case. So what's going to happen is when I say Y of t equal to X of 2t, what's going to happen is Y of 1 will be X of 2. That is start of the triangle. Y of 2 is X of 4. That means at 2, there is nothing at X at below, before 0.2, okay, or after 2. You are not going to get anything. Y of 0.5, at 0.5, you are going to get whatever the value of x at 1. So, on contrary to what I believed, actually the signal did not expand. When I said y of t equal to x of 2t, signal did not expand, but it got compressed. Okay, so you can see here -1 to +1. Okay, -1 to +1. Amplitude remains same. Some amplitude. Okay, 1 and 1. Okay, got this particular thing. Got this particular thing. Now, if at all
No, sir, I didn't get the graph.
see here, yeah, it's
Like how?
okay. Now what? Wait a second. Let me do the discrete time thing. Let us take. Wait a second. Y4. Y4 into, say I have a signal. X of t, which is having value 1, 1, -1, 1, 1, 1, -1. Say I have a signal something like this. I will call it as x of n. Okay. Now I have been asked to find a signal y of n equal to x of 2n. Y of n equal to x of 2n. Okay, that means for this particular signal, if at all I want to know what is y of 0, so what do you say? What is y of 0? What will be y
Zero.
of
X of 0.
y of 0 is
X
x of 0. What is x of 0? 1. Okay, 1. What is y of 1?
X of
2.
2.
X of
X of
2
2.
into 1. Okay,
So-
so what is there at x at 2? See, 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, -1, -2, -3. Okay, okay. See now, if at all the class ends, I will quickly send you an invite. Okay, do join. Okay, okay. So what is y of 0 is x of 0. Y of 1 is what? Y of 1 is what? X of
X of 2.
what happened to the signal in between? See, there was one more signal in between. Remember, see, this was signal, this was gone. Okay, this is gone. Because y can only exist at discrete intervals. Y can exist at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. There is no 1.5, 2.5, or 0.5. Okay, what is y of 2? What is
4.
y of 2?
X of 4.
X of 4.
X
Is
of 4.
x at 4? Is there anything at 4 here? Nothing.
No.
There is nothing. Okay, what is y of -1? X of -2. X of
-2.
Okay, what is y of -2? X of -4. There is nothing there.
-1.
Okay, there is nothing here. Y of -2 is x of
Okay,
-4.
sir, understood.
Nothing here. Okay, so see here, whenever you okay. Now try comparing this with the continuous time. So does it make sense? So what happened was the entire signal suddenly compressed. It's like taking a making something and just pressing it. Okay, having a very nice spongy cake and pressing it from both the sides so that the entire width becomes half. That's what happened. Now, if at all I say z of t equal to y of t by 2, what's going to happen? Can anybody guess? Z of t equal to y of t by 2. What's going to happen? Wait a second. Undo. Okay, y of t equal to x of 2t, right? Now, if at all I ask you, if at all I say y of t equal to x of 2t by 2, what am I going to get? Y of t equal to x of t by 2. What's going to happen? X of t by 2. What's going to happen? Can anybody guess? When it was 2t, the signal got compressed by factor 2. Now, when I say
Expanded, right?
x of t by 2, what's going to happen?
I think it is going to get expand.
It's going to get expanded. That means y of 0 is x of 0. y of 1 is x of 0.5. Okay. Y of 1 is x of 0.5. Y of 4 will be x of 2. So this entire signal in this particular case is going to simply expand. Okay. Oh, I can't. Yeah. The entire thing is going to get expanded. Okay. Entire thing is going to get expanded from -4 to +4. It's going to be amplitude same one only. Okay. For this particular thing. So you take continuous time. You compress the signal. Okay. Okay. Now if at all I say, now say I will call it as y dash of t. Okay. Now first I take, say, this particular signal. Say I compress this signal. Okay. Second step is y of t equal to x of 2t. Now if at all I do q of t equal to y of t by 2. Can you guess what's going to happen? Can you guess what's going to happen? Can you guess what's going to happen? I took x of t. I did y of t equal to x of 2t. Okay, signal got compressed. Now, if at all I do some q of t equal to y of t by 2, can you guess what's going to happen?
Sir, is it like we are multiplying a constant?
What did we do? We are dividing the constant. Not a constant, it's a t.
The q of t, what is q of t here determined? Because in
X of t, y of t, I am Kiran, k of t.
no, sir, if we don't have any graph, sir, to look at.
See here, q of t is going to operate on y of t such that its time is going to get divided by 2. I wanted a screenshot of this. Wait, I will send you an invite. Okay. Do join.